The Gift from Space. That is the title of Ultra Q's third episode. An episode I shall review right here, right now, because it is my desire to give a little love to the show. June the pilot takes to the skies to provide Yuriko, the professional photographer, the means to create her works of art. As it appears now, Jun, Yuriko, and Epei are the main stars of Ultra Q as they appeared in the first and second episodes. Yuriko is planning on producing an article featuring Mount Mahara, hence the aerial photography. What's your little story going to be about, Yuriko? All of the Japanese people who committed suicide by jumping into the volcano? Hey, I'm not making stuff up. In the 1920s, several people leaped to their doom, and then in 1933, a Japanese student decided to take the leap. After that, it became trendy to leap into the volcano. Hundreds of people did it. Mount Mahara became a famous suicide spot. So famous that the island on which Mount Mahara stands became known as Suicide Island. A far cry from Paradise Island. Unfortunately, this episode has nothing to do with suicide. It also has nothing to do with Mount Mahara. As Yuri-chan scraps her article and writes about something out of this world. Japan launched a rocket to photograph Mars, but communication was lost. The odd thing is this: the capsule from the rocket made its return to Earth. The speculation is that some kind of intelligence is behind this. Not a bad story here. Plenty of mystery established within the first 5 minutes of the episode. I also like how all of the scientists have an emergency meeting to discuss the implications of such a strange event. Of course, the strangest thing is that the capsule did not return empty. In it were 2 small golden spheres. The scientists joke that perhaps the inhabitants of Mars wanted to give the people of Earth a cute little gift. Oh, you silly scientists, always with the teasing. They decide to put the tiny spheres in a vault and not to mention anything to the general public. Of course, we're idiots. You can't tell us anything. It's nice to have government officials decide what's best for us. By sheer coincidence, later that evening, the vault is broken into by a robber. Hold everything. You place one of the biggest scientific discoveries of all time in an ordinary vault alongside mountains of cash? Never mind that. I mean, I could ask how this one guy got through security to access the vault in the first place, but let's just assume it's an inside job. What matters is that the bad guy has the cash, and more importantly, the golden spheres. And he plans on escaping to Mount Akura. By the way, he just so happens to force Jun the pilot to cooperate. What the hell, Jun? You disarmed the bad guy, but he ends up winning the fight. I need a moment to let this sink into my thick skull. I had Jun pictured as the epitome of masculinity, a fearless pilot unafraid of giant monsters. But here he loses a fight to some thug, some wears his sunglasses at night thug. Anyway, during the struggle, the bad guy doesn't see that he drops one of the golden balls. Well, gee, Mr. Cole, maybe you would have noticed that had you not been sporting your shades. The bad guy gets his way and reaches his destination as another bad guy awaits his arrival. The 2 baddies enter a dark cave to count the stolen money. Oh, thank goodness. The thug took his sunglasses off for this scene. So the guy is simply careless, it appears, because guess what? He loses another golden sphere. It simply rolls into the molten lava of the cave while he and the other bad guy slobber all over the cash. What a putz! I can't believe this guy bested Jun in a fight. So anyway, the golden sphere reacts to the lava and grows into a giant egg. Out pops one slimy slug creature, and its first action is to shoot beams of light out of its eyes at the bad guys. Well, good. Take that, you dirty thief. Maybe in the next life, you'll take better care of your golden balls. Gotta tell you, I'm loving the slug creature, or rather the costume used to bring it to life. The thing really does look all jiggly and slimy. Nice special effects for 1966. The story continues, and it turns out one of the bad guys escaped the cave. Well, that sucks. So the authorities picked the guy up, and he made them aware of the monster. The news chief tells one of his men to investigate. The coward isn't ready to tackle such a task, claiming it's a matter of taste since he's an entertainment reporter. Well, Yuri-chan, ambitious as ever, excitedly accepts the assignment. Once again, it's the awesome threesome of Yuri, Ippei, and Jun as they fly to the cave. Oh, and Ippei has a present for Yuri. That golden nugget the bad guy dropped in his fight with Jun? Yeah, Ippei found it and made it into a necklace. Now look, Ippei's clearly the beta male of the group. He has no chance of ever getting with Yuri-chan. With that said, it's always nice to impress an attractive woman with jewelry. Our three heroes enter the cave, and look who it is. The badass thief who isn't such a badass because he's dead. Ha 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 ha! Wonderful! Wait, the other thief is dead too, huh? Then who the hell told the authorities about the giant slug? Okay, someone screwed up here. Was it the show's writer? Was it another Shout Factory mistranslation? Maybe it's me. I don't know. What I do know is that the slug creature is back, so everyone needs to scram. As the slug creature enters the outside world of light, a bit more detail is shown. Ah, I see now. This was definitely designed with a sea slug in mind. It's neat that the costume still looks good, even in the light of day. So in typical slug fashion, the monster moves slowly. Not slow enough, apparently, as it chases the gang down. Let's assume they had a heavy breakfast of pancakes and therefore they are also rather sluggish. Sure, why not? Anyway, the slug monster chases Jun to the edge of a cliff and falls into the salty ocean where it melts away and dies. Now see that? Who needs super-powered heroes when humans can use their brains? The takeaway is this. The Martians aren't so friendly if they sent the people of Earth killer slugs as a gift. As Ippei gets cocky and challenges the Martians to put up or shut up, Yuri-chan gets her pendant near an open flame. Yep, that pendant was the golden sphere Ippei found, as I mentioned before, and so it begins to grow bigger and bigger. Yes, another giant slug awakens as the narrator warns that Martians will continue to challenge humanity so long as the space race continues. With that, the episode ends. What a message, eh? Continue to advance as a species, and the human beings will eventually pay. Great episode, though. Good story and exceptional monster costume.